just brief and simple things. Because now, many requesters telling me, Hamiisi, how do we start? You know, I have told this to you many times of how to start goat farming. Oh, like the farmer who is viewing me, who is seeing me, you need to know how to start. Like, if you have a dream today of starting goat farming, what you have to have in mind, this is what I'm going to explain to you. One, let me start there and then. One, the moment you think about of goat farming, this is what you have in your mind. This is what you're supposed to have in your mind. One, you cannot do farming without land. But land doesn't mean that you need to have a chunk of land or big land. No. What you have to know is the space where animals can stay. If I have 150 by 100, that's also land. You get it? And it does not necessarily mean that you need to have a title of that place. You can rent the area, you can rent it and then use it. Actually, I want you to understand this in your mind. Land where animals stay, it matters less. Let me give you an example like what you're seeing here. These are all kids of 2-3 months. So these kids, where you see, we have over 100 in this small section. So just imagine the big one can slightly double this. You get to make, you know, 100 goats. But if you fix even these animals here, 100 can even fit here, the old ones. So the space doesn't matter. Like 50 by 100, you can even accommodate up to 300 goats, old goats. Then you bring the feeds to that section and you feed them. So that space, the space doesn't matter. If you have 100 by 50, that's what matters. It can accommodate up to 300 goats. On zero grazing, I want you to get the difference between the two things. One, the space of accommodation to the animals and the space of feeding to the animals. What matters a lot, or what can strain you, is the source of the feed, or where those animals can go for browsing. I repeat this, when you're doing free range is when you have your house, you have your pets, then you put them in one space. Sorry, just a little, still doing your video. But I was talking about when you're doing free range. Free range is when you put the animals on your land, you let them go, they look for their own feeds, followed by the worker, followed by the person who controls the flock. So that is what they call free range. You let them go, harvest their feeds, then they come back. Two, is a zero grazing. Zero grazing, you only need to have that space where they stay, feed from, and sleep. You bring the feeds from wherever you get them from to that place. So with that plan, 100 by 50, you can accommodate up to 300 goats. On the free range, the land that you need on free range, each acre can accommodate 13 to 20 goats per acre. You get it? That is when they go feed and come back. The range between 13 to 20 depends on the vegetation, because some of the vegetation in this country are really very good. You know, they have a lot of grasses. Even the grasses that is on that system, they grow at a higher, which grows on that land grows at a higher speed. So there you'll have more grasses. So since I was telling you that, you guys, if you think about goat farming, this is what you're supposed to think about. Think about of the land. Think about of the feed. Having a land doesn't guarantee you that you have a feed. No, you also have to think about the feed. How, if you have a bigger land, then those animals can do free range. If you have a smaller land, think about what you can plant to make sure that those animals have the feeds. Then two, think about of the gene. The gene is very, very important. Even if you have very good animals, even if you have very good pastures, then you have a very good land, then you have a lot of money, but you have no good gene. The good gene is to convert, for you, the feed. Let me just show you an example. Like the best way of detecting a good gene, we look at the ears. You see, these exotic animals have a lot of good ears. So look at this goat of 2 months. You know, look at the size, look at the ears. So you guys determine more your breeds by looking at the ears. The longer the ears, the better the animals. So the colors, the ears. So I will not talk about how to select, but think about of the good genes, think about of the land, think about of the feed itself. So if you're doing good feeds, you're doing good genes, you're doing good management. Actually, when I talk about management, that's one of the issues, one of the reasons why people do fail in farming. Because the only problem we have in this country is management system are really not good. But I talked about management issues, how to handle workers on my YouTube channel many times. So you guys, that's what I had for you. Somebody thinking about goat farming. 1, think about of the land. 2, think about of the feed. 3, think about of the management. Then the genes. You get it? So that's what I had for you, just briefly to incite you. But whichever I talk about on that, I have already a video over that matter. If you put in, let's say, how to start goat farming, or how to manage workers, or how to, let's say, how to manage a stock, those are all videos that are existing on the video. So whatever I want to know on YouTube, just add my name. Just write at the end of what you have typed, just add on by Hamiisi. The answers will be on your desk. So briefly, thank you so much. Let me just wish you the best as per now. Bye.